What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Scott. This is my channel, Vehicle Supported Travel, VST for short. Today I'm going to do a quick little walk around of my truck, how it's sitting, how I use it for camping, and the different mods I've done so far to it. So if you like, please stick around, check it out, give the video a like, and consider subscribing. I do have other videos on the channel that you can check out about the truck, more content, but let's get into the truck and I'll show you what we're working with. So here is my truck. It is a 2018 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road access cab. And I'm going to go over some of the stuff I've done to it so far. So starting in the front here, so it is a 2018. The 2018s do not come with the honeycomb grille. So basically I found somebody selling one cheap on the forum. I picked it up. It looks a lot better than the chrome 2017 one that comes with the truck. The second thing I've done to the front here would be the Diode Dynamics SS3 fogs. These are the sports in amber. They are really high quality. I like them a lot. If I was to do it again, I would probably get the pros just because they're going to be a little bit brighter. But the sports have been good so far. And then inside the headlights, you can't see, but I am running LED bulbs. I believe they are the Hikari ones you can find on Amazon. I tried a couple different ones, but with the projector housing on these trucks, you really have to use like a certain type of bulb for it to like really give you a good projection, a good cutoff. And then moving to the side here, we'll go into the wheels and tires. So I am running Raceline 905 gauges. They are 17 by 8.5 with a 0 offset. And for tires, I have the Kenda Cleaver RTs 33 by 10.5 by 17. I have another video on this wheel and tire setup, but basically this tire and wheel, you can run it practically stock and you will not run into very much rubbing at all. Unless you're off-roading, you will get some rub. But daily driving, you can easily run this tire without a lift on these third gens and you should be good. Now I do have a lift, so if you can kind of see what my clearance is now here, I got a ton of room. I do not rub at all, even when off-roading. But I'll see if I can get the camera in here. But I do have the Terraflex. They are the Falcon shocks. They are the tow hauls. So I'll show you what that is for the rear, but the front basically gives it a 1.5 inch lift. I am using stock control arms. I am able to get the truck aligned within spec. And again, I do not run into any rubbing now that I have the lift on. Coming down the side, these are factory Tacoma side steps. I will eventually upgrade to something else, some kind of rock slider or something probably in the future, just for added protection. And then coming along to the back, so it's for the wheel and tires, same setup, still running the Racelines and the Kendas. And then if you can see in here, these are the tow haul shocks. And what those do are, they are extended travel by about 1.25 inches longer than the factory. And they have little knobs here for 3 different settings. So you can basically, let me see if I can get the camera in here with the mic. Probably can't. Not really. But I can kind of zoom in on it there. So it's got 3 different settings. So the first one is soft. Second one is medium load for the rear, and the third is heavy load for when you're towing or basically loaded down. So I use the different settings. Basically, if I'm out camping and I have the rear loaded, I also have, let's see if we can see it in here, but I have the Icon 1.5 inch add a leaf. It's the 3-leaf pack add a leaf. I removed the overload spring, and that gave me about a 1-inch lift. I think it's supposed to give about 1.5 inches, but with the topper and stuff like that that I have on here, it gave me about 1 inch, but it sits the truck like perfectly level. So if you can see that. And then on the back, the truck, when I bought it, came with this, and it's an ARE CX series, I believe, topper. And it is paint matched. And in the rear, I did add the Tacoma inlays in black. And as far as the truck goes on the outside and everything, that's pretty much it. That's all I've done. I do have plans to add some kind of a front bumper so I can run a winch. A lot of times I'm out off-roading or camping by myself, and it's just extra security to have a winch with you. And I will probably add some kind of ditch lights, not amber but the clear with like the spot flood pattern, probably from Diode also, just to get a little bit extra light out while I'm driving. I don't want a light bar or nothing like that, just something simple. All right, and then if you give me a second, I will open up the back here and I'll show you what my camping setup looks like. All right guys, sorry about that. I had to turn the truck around. Sun was beaming straight the other way, couldn't really see in here. So this is my camping setup I have set up in the back of the truck. I do have another video on the channel you can check out about the platform and what it looks like empty in here basically, but this is how the truck usually sits when I'm set up ready to go camping. So underneath, I do carry a bin with me. It's got some stuff in it, food, just general camping stuff. And I do have these reflectix cut out for all the windows, and they have little Velcro strips so they can attach to all the windows in here through Velcro. And basically it's pretty simple. So this is a piece of wood that I've set up. It is a 2x6 underneath supporting it with a 3/4 inch piece cut out basically the length of the bed. Not 100% sure the dimensions. I forget how wide it is. 23, 26, something like that. I can always measure if you guys need to know or want to know. But basically I fit in here long ways. I usually sleep with my head that way. My feet come in here and I can close the tailgate and I fit no problem. I got my sleeping bag in here. I usually have my pillow up there. I did add this little Jeep handle to the bolts that the Tacoma has here on the outside. And that's just so I can close the tailgate when I'm inside to kind of lock me in there. I did also add the bed rug, which is really nice. It makes it a lot softer on your knees and everything like that when you're trying to climb in here, and it does insulate the truck a little bit. And so the whole thing with the topper and everything is all completely carpeted. So right now I do not have a fridge, so usually I'm just running a cooler, which for now is okay because usually I'm just out for a night. But I do have a Jackery 1000 that I'll usually bring with me just to charge up my camera batteries, my iPad, stuff like that. I'll usually have like a bundle of wood with me, at least one or maybe two. And then in the back here I do have some traction boards. I would like to find a way to mount them on the outside. I've seen some guy on Instagram that sells some mounts that you can bolt onto the side of the topper here. and mount them on the outside, because if I ever do have to use them and they're muddy or something like that, I don't want to have to throw them back in the back here. So I do have another Plano bin back here, and again, it's got more camping stuff, more recovery stuff. That's got my Coleman grill and stuff like that for cooking. So yeah, that's my truck. That's how it's currently sitting. Not too much will probably change here. Doesn't really need to. Again, it's a front bumper for a winch and stuff like that. Maybe, of course, a rear bumper would be real nice too, with a swing out for my spare tire. I do have a matching spare. But if you have any questions about the build or the platform in the back or anything like that, go ahead, just leave it in the comments. If you like the video, if you want to see more, please again consider subscribing and give the video a like. Alright guys, thanks. See you.